Hello trainers, Kaneto here, and today we're diving together into RPS Cup, the Love Cup, and we're having a lot of action with Ariados up on the lead, Alomomola as our closer, and Safe Switch, one of the best of them all, the Lickitung. So about Ariados, we're having a lot of neutral leads on this video, some really bad ones as well, so stay tuned till the end if you want to see how we can manage with this line against the worst possible lead scenarios, and how you can always have a win con even against a Charizard or a Talonflame. So here we're gonna go in with the Alomomola because this Crustle looked like they want to snipe us down, and those waterfalls are gonna chunk a lot of damage out of the total HP of the Crustle. Able to farm down here without spending a shield, which is pretty neat. We're expecting the Ariados to return, and I'm just gonna press the Psychic. Of course we're gonna lose the CMP and down we go, but still we can go in now with our Pokemon here. It is gonna be a cross poison and we can pressure for the final launch to finish them off. They can survive, of course, so no finish off, that was my bad. At the back there is gonna be the Magcargo, and to be honest, when I saw at the back they were having that easy safe switch on the Crustle, it just hit me that only Magcargo could be at the back as a second rock type Pokemon to cover the Ariados weakness against Charizard, which makes a lot of sense. So team reading is always a very nice asset for your gameplay. Able to reach here now after all those debuffs to the Power Whip, still not gonna be enough to finish off, but a few licks after we're gonna do that, and now there's a no chance, so they leave the battle. Into the next one now with another Ariados up on the lead. So yeah, we're gonna have bad leads as well, but that Ariados lead matchup is always gonna be kinda problematic because we do not have a high attack stat, and most likely we're gonna lose some of those CMPs. So here comes now another cross poison of mine, and we're gonna put almost below 50% that Ariados of our opponent lands here. And why I decide to go for the cross poison as always is because I want to have a chance at getting my attack stat bumped up, but it doesn't seem to work that way. So anyways, they're going in with the Seeking, just gonna charge up to a full launch, then switch out to my Lickitung, and I know that after the debuff I can safely go ahead with my Lickitung and tank all those moves. Nothing to worry about here. We can still pressure for the Power Whip and finish them off. So another icy win, doesn't matter, we can still survive. And another move this time from my part, and yeah, Power Whip gonna connect for lethal damage. Ariados goes in, and I'm pretty sure I can tank this move, and if they do not go with back to back, I can reach to the Body Slam for some really nice damage to the Ariados, but after the debuffs they can still survive. There is gonna be the Crustle at the back, huge news for my Alomomola, able to go in there and do severe work to the Crustle. Just gonna block the move because whatever here is just gonna hurt us a lot. Gonna let the second one slide through because this cannot be now a rock slide, and now Ariados will come into the battle, but at this point the outcome is already settled. What did I tell you? Some fairies exist, so that's why I cannot play with my Tradicon, and I will make a separate video about it. Perhaps I will make a video about how bad Tradicon is, so write down in the comment section if you want to see a video like this, because it can always be fun if we can exploit all those bad strategies that I do and learn from those mistakes. So here, a Power Whip on the shield, that makes kinda sense I guess, so I consider that I have to use a shield here on my Lickitung. This is something that I do not do a lot, so let's reach now to the second Power Whip. We're gonna take the second shield out of play, and at this point I think that we can safely go in with our Alomomola and start farming down all that energy. Perhaps before we could go for the Body Slam, but I was afraid that after the Icy Wind debuff I could not finish off right on time, so I did not want to spend my last shield for no reason. Anyways, gonna farm down eventually, gonna switch out right after, of course, because we're expecting the Aromatize to return and we want to clear that debuff from our hurt Pokemon. So they make an amazing catch on their Magcargo. And at this point I'm just gonna go for those launches in a weird hope that they cannot do now a lot of damage to my Pokemon. So Rock Tomb now, we're gonna block it, and we have to reach to the launch once again, but I make a horrible counting here, and of course I can pass through a move, but hopefully we can still finish off with that final cross poison that poor Magcargo. Gonna get in there now with the Alomomola, and this is a race to the charge attack. We can reach to the Hydro Pump, big big damage on the Aromatize. Can they reach the move? No, they cannot, and our severely heart-shaped Pokemon is gonna take the win for us. Crustle in the next one, horrible lead scenario, the Tonk guy is gonna go in and they got a Mantis, so Lurantis here is gonna be an interesting pick for the meta, especially with those superpowers able to threat a lot of those picks in the meta, the Scrafties, the normal types, whatever, superpower is gonna connect for big damage, while Leaf Blade can help a lot against the waters. So with that in mind, I'm pretty sure that I have to take this move now. Down I go to them, and it doesn't matter at all because we can still go in with our Ariados completely walling down this Pokemon, and we can get out of here with a fairly good amount of energy. They're down on shields, which can mean that my Alomomola might be in a very good spot to sweep their team on the end game. Gonna reach here to the launch, debuff them, and now at the back they have the Alomomola of their own. So on the mirror match, we're looking pretty solid here, especially after that shield advantage. So I'm just gonna connect the first Psychic, which is the main key of my win con here, and I'm just gonna keep pressuring with Alomomola. We got to block their moves as well, so yeah, the shields are gonna be used for the tanky Pokemon in the end game. You do not see that often, but still we can go ahead and tank this move now, because we can definitely farm down, keep the shield for the Crustle. They have no chance here, just gonna block their move, and I believe that a few waterfalls later, yeah, the Crustle is gonna get out of here, and that's gonna be a solid win. Ariados against Wigglytuff, another Charmer, you love to see it. Let's pressure a lot now with those cross poisons. They tend to go though to the switch out to that Lickitung, and you know what, I'm just gonna land this lance and then gonna get out of there to my own Lickitung, because now I can have the upper hand. So this battle is gonna take a while, and I think we're gonna see it a little bit later on this video. So for the time that this battle is unveiling towards your screens, just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel, because I'm having a lot of exciting content coming up the next few days, especially with that Love Cup action. Anyways, let's return now to the commentary, because we got another body slam to finish off that Lickitung, and we still got a fairly good amount of HP on our Licky. We can still reach to the Power Whip, just gonna do a little bit more damage than the stab body slam. So at this point we're gonna go down to the charm damage. They got at the back the Macargo, we got the Alomomola, so they got algorithmed, and yeah, that was a pretty solid game. Galarian and Slowbro in the next one. Let's see what move they have, not confusion, so we can stay in, and now the lunges can do a lot of work against that Pokemon, about 50%, which is pretty good. And I just want to shield here because a pure Psychic, even on the debuffed scale of Galarian Slowbro, can still do a lot of work, and because they're staying in, perhaps they have something else at the back that is weak to my Pokemon. We can still reach here to the launch before they reach to their own Psychic, so we took 2 shields out of them, and we can double block here as well. We can expect the next Pokemon now, because they are not gonna stay in. I was expecting this, so Lickitung now is going in, and you know what is coming, the launch for the debuff on the Licky, and we're gonna answer back at them with our own Lickitung. So this battle once again is gonna take a little bit more time than usual, but I can guarantee you that this is the last time that you are gonna see it. So let's charge up a little bit more energy. Another body slam now on their end, and at this point, trainers, if you have some battles to submit, perhaps you want to do it right now, because my battle submissions are open, and I want to showcase as many efforts of yours as possible till that Love Cup format is gonna leave our screen. So be sure to submit. You're gonna find the submission form right down in the description. So here we got now the Alomomola coming in pretty clutch against the Medicham, and we can reach to the Psychic right before they can finish us off. So that was a pretty cool move by my Alomomola. Now let's see how they want to respond to that, because we know that Slowbro has to return at some point. Here it is. They are gonna try and catch a move, I guess. I don't know what the plan was behind this. So body slam here, and I'm just gonna try to farm them down with my Lickitung. So I know that Galarian Slowbro is gonna be part Psychic, and those licks are gonna be super effective. So at this amount of HP, they cannot farm me down, and we're gonna take this victory. Sad to Charizard the next one, horrible scenario, gonna get out of there to a very bad switch as well. But good news here is that the leak damage in combination with the body slams are still gonna do a lot of work against that Medicham. So we're gonna be able to pressure a lot here, and we're gonna be able to take a shield, I believe, because they cannot risk it at all. Here comes the body slam, they're gonna do the block, and that is looking pretty solid for us. So I'm just gonna go in now with the Ariados because I'm expecting the psychic and I want to block once while I can farm down. However, they reach to the power punch, and yeah, that was pretty bad. So psychic here, we got to block it, 2 shields on our Ariados, and perhaps that was not needed at all. Anyways, we can still go for that cross poison. Big damage on the Shadow Charizard. Another one for the knockout. They have to block. I will try to catch a move, but unfortunately they switch out to the Seeking. So battlers, can we win this? This is looking pretty horrible for us. So here comes now the Drill Run. All we need to do is to reach to that Psychic and do a lot of damage, but still it is not gonna be enough. So a few more waterfalls later and we just need to completely farm them down. Can we do it? It's gonna be the Drill Run. No, we cannot. We can try and farm that Seeking out of existence. They're gonna reach to the Icy Wind. We can survive, but unfortunately we're gonna lose the CMP here. And you saw that even against the worst possible lead scenario and against the worst switch in with the fighter against our Lickitung, we can still have a win con here. So into the next one now against a Shadow Slowbro with confusion, getting out of there as soon as possible, not gonna risk that. And now we're gonna be met up with another Medicham. So a lot of Medichams at the back lately. Perhaps you need to run something else rather than the Lickitung, but to be honest, Lickitung can still take a shield out of Medicham, which is pretty neat. At this point we're gonna fall down to those counters, but still we can go in with the Ariados with a normal strategy, try to block the Psychic here, but if they go for that power punch once again, we might be in trouble. Doesn't matter, we can still pressure here, and because they're getting a lot of energy, I want to spend my energy in return. So down goes the Meti, we're both even on shields, and we will try to reach to the launch. Poor energy throw here once again because they pass through a free confusion. Doesn't matter, my Alomomola will go in after the debuff. I don't care getting hit by a whole Psychic here by that Shadow Slowbro, and we can still survive it. They're gonna get now to a move. It's gonna be the body slam for the bait. Doesn't matter, we're gonna not fall for that. So here comes now the big boom with a Hydro Bump on the bulky Lickitung, and let's pressure a lot now with our moves. You know what, I'm just gonna let that go through because I want to finish off the battle with my Ariados. This is the star of the team after all. So here comes the body slam, gonna block it and try to farm down. Let's see now, this is Shadow Slowbro and this launch has to knock out. Of course it can. The big boom on the Slowbro, and that's gonna be a great game. Into the next one now, another Charizard up on the lead, and once again we have to bring as soon as possible the Lickitung into play. Unlike the previous time, this time we're having the Scrafty on the switch, and this is looking pretty horrible. So using the Scrafty or as a switch, well, it always seems like they have a double fighter, because why use a Scrafty when Medicham is around? So we can always expect something like a Medi at the back. Power Whip for big damage on the Scrafty. Doesn't matter though, we still go down, and now our Ariados has to pick up all that energy. We're gonna get hit by a foul play. We can take one, but not the second. Gonna block the second, and we have to rely on the total farm down here from the Ariados, and perhaps those cross poisons when back to back can still threat that entire Charizard. One cross poison here, are they gonna take it? Yes they are, and we're gonna switch out now immediately to the Alomomola. We can have a win con here, but it's pretty tough to pull through because they got 2 shields on their Medicham. However, we managed to block here the Psychic, and let's see trainers, do we have quite what it takes? They're gonna block the first one, and they get the debuff on their defensive stat. So Psychic here is gonna connect, still not gonna be enough to finish us off, and we can reach now to our own Psychic for the second shield throw. We are gonna switch out immediately to the Ariados, gonna finish them off with the cross poison. They come back into the battle with the Charizard, and we got the cross poison, but still not enough to finish them off. One waterfall to finish that entire Charizard, but we cannot do that because the CMP will be for the Charizard, of course, being the better offensive Pokemon, and that is gonna be a very close loss. Another bad lead, this time against the Town of Flame. We cannot stay in, and we're gonna bring our safe switch into the battle. The Tongs against the Fists, and now we just need to rely on the balance of Medicham being a balance at this point on one leg, and we want to finish it off as soon as possible with those body slams. So we cannot do that, so we're just gonna gonna have to stay like this for a while. Now Ariados is gonna go in and try to block the Psychic over here. Can we do that? No, we cannot. That was Ice Punch. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. Anyways, I'm gonna get now to that Cross Poison, and I know that they have to Incinerate, so I will try to catch here a Flame Charge, and guess what? It happened. We managed to catch the Flame Charge on the water type Pokemon at the back. They got the Clefable, totally lost my words there, and we have that Psychic connecting for big damage on the Clefable, and we will try to completely farm them down. We know that our win con is relying on the survival of Lomomola, so we can do that and try to completely farm them down. They want to do that exactly on our terms, but this is not gonna happen, and the final battle will be a win for us despite that very bad lead scenario. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching and thank you for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.